From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening. No relief over the weekend for Alaska's wildfire situation. I'm Stephanie Woodard.
And I'm Daryl Clark. The Alaska Interagency Coordination Center Situation Report lists 190 active fires burning across the state. The Anaconda Creek fire north of Chena Hot Springs Road is estimated to be 800 acres and is 100% active. Cabin protection is a priority. The Sockeye fire, which destroyed 26 structures near Willow, is now 79% contained. All evacuation and road closures in the area have been lifted. 2 lightning-caused fires have combined to form the Rex complex between Nenana and Healy. The Fish Creek fire is 1,000 acres, while the Kobe stands at 5,000 for a combined estimate of 6,000 acres of land burning in the complex. It has destroyed 6 structures and 25 people have been evacuated from the area. A Type 2 incident management team from the lower 48 spent the day mobilizing on scene.
This fire is quickly becoming the priority in the state. The Rex complex is being taken over by Oregon Team 1, a Type 2 incident management team from the state of Oregon. They're really excited to get on scene and start doing some good out there. We do have some structures and residences that have been destroyed so far, and we want to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. There are currently 25 residents who are evacuated, and there is 1 residence that is sheltering in place.
Smoke from those wildfires are impacting air quality in central and eastern Alaska. Now, concentrations are especially high between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. each day due to temperature inversions. Air quality will vary between good and unhealthy depending on wind flow and proximity to the fires. Smoke concentrations will be such that they could impact public health at times. Now, it's advised that travelers check local weather as smoke conditions may vary considerably from one locality to the next. Now, locally, the Borough Department of Air Quality says the smoke is very inconsistent as slight wind flow can make a huge difference on how dense the smoke is.
So we're probably in between the unhealthy range and unhealthy for sensitive groups right now. And of course, it depends on which way the smoke blows and the concentrations in the next hour, because it does change very quickly.
After 18 years in prison, one member of the Fbx 4 was paroled last week. Stephanie Woodard was there as family and community members gathered at the Tribal Hall to see Marvin Roberts for the first time outside of custody. But according to supporters of the men, there is still a long way to go in their fight for exoneration.
The anticipation was building as people waited to catch a glimpse of Marvin Roberts.
There's no guards around. He's just free.
For the first time in 18 years, it wouldn't be from behind prison bars.
It'll be good to see him not in orange prison garb.
Just after 6 p.m., Roberts entered the Tribal Hall through a back entrance. He took to the stage, but for moments couldn't speak as the crowd cried and clapped.
It's very wonderful to be here right now. I'm very emotional. A lot of times in prison, I would try to think of what I would say, like in a situation like this. And now that I'm here, I can't think of nothing.
Family members could, though. They talked about the first few days of his release, including his desire to have his mother cook him one of his favorite dishes, moose stew.
His first steps into the house were amazing to see. Oh man, it was just overwhelming.
But through the celebration, the looming October trial that decides the fate of the men who have claimed wrongful conviction continued.
Kevin and Eugene went through depositions last week, and so that was on their mind. George is holding up well. He's staying in contact, of course, but they're all just really happy for Marvin.
While family members hope for the best.
I hope that the judge gets to see how much support we actually have between everybody and how much people actually, are backing this.
And the Alaska Innocence Project continues to prepare.
We got 3 more to get out. So our fight goes on.
Supporters on Saturday say they will continue to seek justice for the Fbx 4.
It's not over with yet. Not until all the young men are home, when they are exonerated, when their hearts are free from this
From the Tribal Hall, this is Stephanie Woodard reporting.
All right, Daryl, and also there is a trial scheduled in October for the Fairbanks 4, and we will, of course, follow up on that.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. And when we come back, they were rocking and rolling at the Howling Dog Saloon in Fox this weekend for a good cause. It was all part of a food stock.
Also, the streets were packed in downtown Fairbanks as thousands braved the heat and smoke to celebrate the summer solstice at the Midnight Sun Festival. Those stories are next. Stay with us.
Welcome back. A Healy man is being held on $50,000 bail after being indicted for sexual abuse of a minor. 57-year-old Michael Douglas Lowe was indicted by a Fairbanks grand jury on Friday. He is currently charged with 3 counts of the first-degree sexual abuse of an unidentified victim. According to the indictment, the abuse happened in February of 2011 to a minor under the age of 13. Bail was set Friday by Superior Court Judge Michael McDonald.
Among the many solstice weekend activities, 3 days of music at the Howling Dog Saloon designed to benefit those in need. Foodstock rocked and rolled through its 21st year. Foodstock has collected more than 68 tons of food and $64,000 since it was founded in 1994. All profits from the event are donated to the Fairbanks Rescue Mission. Now this year, 26 bands played for free on either the outside stage or the one located inside the saloon. Admission, as it has been since Foodstock began, was $5 or 5 cans of donated food. The event was created by Jay Hill, who wanted to use music to help people in need. Though he died in 2012, his legacy is carried on through friends and family that volunteer their time to organize the music festival.
It means a lot. It means a lot to my family and to all Jay's friends too. It was his dream to give back to the community, and after he needed help after an auto accident. So anyway, he wanted it to be affordable to all, and he would never change it from $5 to 5 cans of food to get in. And everybody just has a good time, and they're doing something good for the community.
Out-of-towners and Fairbanksans crowded the streets on Sunday for the 34th annual Midnight Sun Festival. Mary Conlon has more in this report.
Thousands of people took to the streets downtown for the 34th annual Midnight Sun Festival. The signature event is hosted by the Fairbanks Downtown Association and is known as the largest annual single-day event in Alaska. The streets were filled with approximately 200 vendors, providing a variety of food, merchandise, and activities, while dozens of local and non-local performers provided free entertainment all day long.
My favorite thing about the festival is there's so many people and there's so many people to meet, and Riker really loves the food and the people, and he loves to meet everyone pretty much.
The event also holds opportunities for local community groups and nonprofits to raise funds. Troop 42 Boy Scout Austin Kellum was busy dishing up hamburgers under the midnight sun for an upcoming trip.
We're raising money for Jamboree, Scout Jamboree, camping trip, but there's all these different activities and stuff. It's really exciting. I've never been there. I'm looking forward to go there. A couple other scouts have gone there, so they've told stories about it. I'm really looking forward to it.
The festival mission is to foster economic growth and community interaction in the downtown area. On-time festival goer John Cunningham says it's the combination of good weather, activities, and people that make him return every year.
The favorite part this year is, of course, the excellent weather and the friendly people. This whole place is about love. Everybody getting along, having a good time.
This is Mary Coleman reporting.
You know, that is my favorite weekend, the Midnight Sun Festival. We were at the Midnight Sun Run broadcasting live.
Midnight Sun baseball game.
Yes, it's just jam-packed.
That is true. And speaking of baseball, Joe Cook is up next with some of the top local sports stories from summer solstice weekend.
All right, Midnight Sun baseball, the Yukon 800, and more after the break.
Welcome back into your Alaska. Joe Cook here with your weekend recap this Monday evening. We start with the premier summer solstice event, the Midnight Sun baseball game. A large crowd came out to Grotto Memorial Park to witness the 110th Midnight Sun game that's played without the use of artificial lights. The Gold Banners took on the Seattle Studs, and the Studs were just that, jumping out to a 3-0 lead in the first inning on 5 hits. Dylan Lavelle, he led the Studs with 2 RBIs and 2 hits. Behind the energetic home crowd, the Gold Panthers, they tied it with a Spencer Nielsen triple that brought in 2 Panthers. Nielsen went 4 for 4 in this game with 3 ribbies. Then in the bottom of the 7th, Rene Martinez will get the go-ahead RBI on the misplayed fly ball. Nate Verlin, he brought home Martinez in the next at bat. Alaska, they were going to win this one 7-4 over Seattle. The Panthers are some happy boys as they get back-to-back wins for the first time this summer and pick up their 8th straight Midnight Sun game victory.
I was just trying to battle. It started getting hard to see the ball. Not too much sun, but I was just trying to call some pitches off, and luckily I got a good piece of it and scored the run.
It's a pretty special moment. You just gotta take it in and enjoy it every second and every pitch. And I know like this is the 110th year or something like that, so to be a part of it is pretty special. So I'm just glad that we got the W and we came out performed well for the crowd.
The roughest and toughest riverboat race in the world, the Yukon 800, had a riverboat crew repeat as champions Sunday afternoon at Pikes Landing. Captain Tom Kriska, navigator Leslie Jones, and engineer Vern Stickman of the BB Bones Express rolled into first place. They finished in 13 hours, 17 minutes, and 13 seconds and never trailed in the out and back race from Fairbanks to Galena and back. They drew #1 start for this race. This is the 3rd Yukon 800 win for Kriska and Stickman. The last crew to repeat was Harold Atla and My Pleasure in 2011. They were this year's runner-up in 13 hours, 29 minutes, 36 seconds. This was the 56th year of the race, and it was dedicated to the late Harriet McCarter, who was the grandmother of Jones and the mother of Fairbanks Outboard Association GM Audrey George. There were 12 boats in this year's field and a $30,000 purse.
Well, I just tried my best. If they passed me, they passed me. But I wouldn't have worried about it either if they even passed me, because I was playing my own game, not no one. I was racing against those guys. I raced against the river. Just kind of had to stay on the outside in the deep water and just stayed fast, and it worked out. Oh, I'll be back. I'll be like Bill Page, 70 years old. I'm gonna crawl in the boat, and however that works.
Another marquee summer solstice event is the Midnight Sun Run. This year's winner redeemed himself after finishing 2nd last year. Kyle Hansen, a Lathrop High School product, came in first place on Saturday night, winning the 33rd Midnight Sun Run in 33 minutes, 36.3 seconds. It's the first Midnight Sun title for the current Michigan Tech cross-country runner and skier. Rick Lader, also of Fairbanks, came in 8 seconds later. West Valley's Tristan Sayer beat former teammate Max Downson by just 2 seconds for 3rd place. The top 10 overall finishers were all from Fairbanks. UAF assistant cross-country coach Ashlyn Ryan won the women's title on her first Midnight Sun Run. She finished in 38 minutes, 21.5 seconds. Elizabeth Spangler was 2nd, followed by Davia Flaherty and West Valley's Jenna DeFalco. The first lower 48 finisher was Jacob Patinga from Saugatuck, Michigan. He was 11th overall, and the first international finisher was the girls' 10 through 11 age division winner, Melanie Jean from Lavallia, Canada. And local American Legion baseball teams concluded the Alaska Airlines Series Midnight Sun Tournament on Sunday with huge wins. We have a walk-off coming up, but first, the Alaska Wild faced Service for the 2nd time this weekend. Alaska, they had a 6-1 lead, but Service, they rallied with a 5 spot in the top of the 5th to tie the game, but the Wild will respond with 5 unanswered runs to close this one out. Tyler Chrisman had 6 Ks and going with 4 RBIs on 2 hits. Jose Sanchez, he drove in 4 runs on 2 hits as well. The Wild win 11-6 over Service. And then in what would be the tournament title game, the Fairbanks 49ers face West Anchorage. The 49ers, they worked back in the final at bat in the bottom of the 7th. West Anchorage was up 8-3, but they ran out of arms down the stretch, and the Niners chipped away at that lead with walks, getting runs and scoring on pass balls. Then Derek Overby with the bases juice provide the walk-off hit for the 49ers. 49ers complete the comeback and win 9-8 to take the Midnight Sun Tournament title with a 4-0 record.
Now that you did this
They ran out of arms, and then I think that was their ace there at the end. They came in, and he was throwing kind of wild, but his curveball was there, and then he threw one that was just perfect for me. I just pick it opposite side.
They have bought in to what we're trying to do, so I'm feeling pretty confident about what we have going forward for the rest of the season.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back into Monday night edition of the Fbx Evening News. Mike Schultz with you once again talking about weather, and I hope you had a great weekend. I know it was fantastic for the midnight sun run Saturday night. Beautiful weather there, nice and cool. A little bit of fireworks from Mother Nature. Yesterday, a little bit hotter, but nice for the Midnight Sun Festival. But today, all bets are off. It was just flat out ugly. I was thinking about coming on doing the weather with a mask on because that smoke is just unbelievable. Speaking of the fireworks Saturday night, Ron Plummer was in Fox. He was able to capture this great photograph of some of the lighting that was going on. Like I said, it was putting on a pretty good show. And again, as always, if you have a photograph to share, well, by all means, send it to photos@ktvf11.com, and we'll share with the rest of the audience. Nice photograph, Ron. Appreciate that. Here's your numbers. 82 for the high today. The low last night, 51. Record high, 92 in 1987. Record low, 35 in 1920. Now, the sunrise was at 2:59 this morning. It sets tomorrow morning at 12:48, which works out to 21 hours and 49 minutes. That's the longest time we're going to have because, unfortunately, we start losing daylight time again tomorrow. Today, no loss or gain, exactly 0 minutes. All right, here's what's going on the satellite and radar. Look at all the activity breaking out across the northern sections of Alaska, the north central sections, right along the Alaska Range. Lots of scattered showers and thunderstorms, also to the east, but nothing around the Fairbanks area for all practical purposes. As you can see, we'll zoom in, and you'll see the Fairbanks is basically clear, just all that smoke hanging around. All the energy is down to the south along the range and out to the east, and it's going to remain that way at least tonight into most of tomorrow. What's going on across the rest of the state? Well, it's pretty quiet for the most part. Lots of sunshine over southeast Alaska. Juneau up to 67, but Ketchikan at 71. Anchorage, sunshine, 66. Cloudy skies at Kodiak and 56. Along the Aleutian chain, cloudy skies at Cold Bay, 57. Also 57 at Nome. 32 at Barrow, but yesterday it was 80 degrees to the east of Barrow. How about that? In Fort Yukon, it was 82 degrees today. Lower 48 weather, hot temperatures, or I should say hot temperatures scattered across much of the western half of the country. As you can see, Las Vegas and Phoenix, 109, 108. Salt Lake City, 91. Cooled down a little bit in Denver, 79, 76 at Seattle. Minneapolis, sunshine and 82. Dallas, lots of sun, 94 degrees. And over the eastern half of the country, more thunderstorms across the Gulf Coast region and over the New York area. Some showers and thunderstorms there too. On the satellite and radar, look at this energy blowing out across Chicago, just exploding in the daytime, and that is moving rapidly to the east, clearing skies out. Elsewhere, we see some showers and thunderstorms across the southwest, but out to the west, clear skies for the most part. What else is going on? Well, the heat is going to expand as that area of hot temperatures moves way up to the north. Why? Because the jet stream is going to remain way up to the north, and that allows all that hot air to rush up to the western side of the country, while all sliding down to the east, there's more thunderstorms there. Back to Alaska for tomorrow. The northern sections look like this, mostly sunny skies for Barrow, sunny skies also in Nome. Some showers or thunderstorms with some smoke in the Fort Yukon area. Here in the interior, of course, smoke will be in the forecast, especially around the Fairbanks area. Better chance of showers or thunderstorms for Healy and Delta Junction. Over southeast Alaska, not too bad a weather forecast. Partly cloudy skies for Juneau and mostly sunny skies for Ketchikan. While over to the southwest part of the state, we're looking at a slight chance of rain for Cold Bay, cloudy skies at Kodiak, and mostly sunny skies at Bethel. And down around the Anchorage Bowl, well, mostly decreasing clouds for Anchorage, partly sunny skies for Valdez, and becoming partly cloudy in Homer. And real quickly, we want to pass along, we do have a air quality alert going on. Smoke to continue. Air quality conditions are currently unhealthy for sensitive groups, and it is recommended that all outdoor activities be suspended right now because of all the smoke, and we'll keep you advised on that. So our forecast for tonight continues smoky and breezy. Can't rule out a shower. There are some around the area, so it could possibly get one in here. Tomorrow's forecast, warming back up again, partly cloudy, isolated showers or thunderstorms. But look at the 5-day outlook. As you see, temperatures cooling down to 70 degrees for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A change of weather pattern coming in, which means also some showers are likely, cooling things down, and hopefully putting out those fires. Overnight lows will be pretty consistent right across the board in the mid to upper 50s for all 5 days.
And of course, we want to mention that I know that some of the soccer games and practices have been canceled. Baseball practices have been canceled because of that air quality alert.
Yep.
Very good.
For good reasons, too.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want to play in that stuff anyway.
Not even,
No.
huh?
All right. Thanks, Mike. That'll wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We're glad you could join us.
Well, tonight on NBC Nightly News, South Carolina's governor has called for the Confederate flag to be removed from the Capitol's state lawn. That's up next with Lester Holt.
And you can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
All right, from all of us here at the News Center, we hope you have a good night.
Night.